Hello and welcome to Only in Sedona Yoga. If you have anxiety like I do, I invite you to join this restorative practice. It's gentle and you won't have to get up off your mat. It's designed to ease stress, and it's what I did to help me through some of the most difficult times in my life, and I want to share it with you. We'll also talk a bit about balance and easing stress, so share your best tips with the family in the comments. And with no further ado, let's talk to the mat and ease some anxiety together. Okay, fellow yogis, please come to sit on your mat in any position that feels comfortable for you. You can be in an easy Sukhasana seated position, right here with your legs folded. You can kneel. You can take a hero's pose, whichever feels good for you. Please just take a minute to close your eyes. Take your right hand and place it across your heart. Place your left hand on your navel. And let's begin our practice by taking 3 deep 3 to 1 breaths together. Inhaling for a 4 count. A baby pause at the top. And then exhaling for an 8 count. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale with a smile. Let your hands rest naturally on your lap. Let your chin fall against your chest. With your next inhale, move your left ear towards your left shoulder. Your next exhale brings your chin back to your chest through center. Inhaling right ear to right shoulder. And just keep this going for 3 to 4 breaths. Try to focus on nothing more than your inhales or exhales. If your mind is full of racing thoughts, then when you inhale, imagine blowing those thoughts into a balloon. And as you exhale, imagine yourself letting go of that balloon, letting those worries and cares drift away. And let's roll our chins down to center together. Lift your head up, open your eyes, roll over onto all fours, and let's open up our spine a bit with some cat-cow. So your feet are hips distance apart, hands shoulder width. Inhale as you lift your head up, sinking into the side of the back. Exhale as you round into cat. Inhaling, sinking into cow. Exhaling, rounding into cat. Inhaling, sinking into cow. Exhaling, rounding into cat. Inhaling, sinking into cow. And exhaling, let's round into cat and hold here for a breath. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Inhale where you are. Exhale, spread your knees, walk your hands forward, come into a child's pose, and hang out here for a breath or two. And as you hang in child's pose and breathe, repeat the following affirmations to yourself. In this present moment, I am safe. In this present moment, I am secure. In this present moment, I am loved. And bring it up out of here, beautiful yogi. We're going to come right into a yin style sphinx. So just keep yourself coming forward. Bring your elbows to the mat and just hang out here for 3 to 5 2-to-1 breaths. Inhaling for that 4 count. That baby pause at the top. And exhaling for a 4 count. What our 2-to-1 breathing does is tap into your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body that tells you to rest and digest. And as we hold these longer poses, your only job is to listen to your body and what it needs to heal. If you need a little bit more intensity, you can take those arms out and come into a seal. You can sway gently side to side. But if that's not working for you, you can stay right here in Sphinx. You can sway side to side in Sphinx too. Listen to your body. What does it need? And let's talk about some healthy ways to relieve stress. I really do use yoga as therapy. I would be hopelessly lost without it. But I'm only one person and I want to learn from you, so drop your tips in the comments. And let's come down out of this. I'm going to grab my block. If you have a block, you can grab one too. You don't need to though. You can actually just lay right down on your mat. I'm just going to use the block so that I'm not hitting my microphone, but lay right down and then you're just going to bend that front leg. You're going to reach back. You're going to grab that ankle. You're just going to stretch out the front of that thigh. Just hold it here and breathe. If you've watched some of our other shows, you know that my struggles with chronic illnesses, I have a defective mitral valve in my heart that unfortunately we didn't always know about, that directly, indirectly led to some traumatic brain injuries, and so now my brain and my heart are both messed up. And anyway, in America, that can cause quite the financial crisis. And about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I lost a home after losing everything else that I owned. I had no credit left, no retirement left, no savings left, nothing. Was very low, was forced to sell myself literally to survive and keep a roof over my head. It was awful. And that's when I started this program, my partner and I. And let's release this, and we're just going to get that on the other side. So just swap that leg out. And if you're doing this in bed, which is a great idea, you can have your head on a pillow. And I needed to find something to give my life purpose. And I needed to find a healthy way to relieve stress because I couldn't think. I have a lot of anxiety too from a lot of things that have happened.
And that's why I started doing these flows. And recently I lost a home again, but was able to get into a new one with the help of the wonderful, loving, supporting people in my life. My boyfriend, a friend who is now my new landlord, my business partner. I thought I was a goner again, but we made it through, and I couldn't have done it without their love and their help, and I couldn't have kept my sanity, honestly, going through another housing loss on the tail of just going through what I went through, if it weren't for this. If you have anxiety, if you've had bad trauma in your life and you tend to dissociate, I do, embarrassing to admit, but I do, and for much of the past 2 months, I have felt like an untethered balloon, like I have been clinging to the string of my sanity, and this is what has helped me. So this, I'm not telling you this to feel sorry for me or anything. I'm just telling you this because I want you to know that these programs really do help, and they can help if you're going through some awful things. And let's come out of the stretch. Let's press yourself up and back. Let's come into that child's pose. And for very many times, for a long time, I was very angry, and I would vent that anger. I would vent that anger on social media very foolishly sometimes. And yes, there are problems that need to be addressed, but the thing is, I came to realize through yoga that we all can only protect our own energy bubbles and influence what we can influence. And we all have our struggles, we all have strife. And what yoga helps us do is control our energy, become mindful, and make the best decisions for ourselves in any circumstances with a clear head. And come on up out of this. And it also works on your physical self. It helps to calm that biochemical storm that makes you crazy, that creates the anxiety, those hormones, those neurotransmitters. So let's take this into a Janu variation. If you have a pillow, if you're in bed, or if you have a block, if you're on your mat, go ahead and have a seat. Take your right leg out, left leg in, lift towards that leg. You can hook the foot if that's comfortable, but since this is a restorative anti-anxiety, I invite you to just fold. And what's most important in these flows, yogi, isn't the depth of the stretch. It's your focus on your breathing and healing your nervous system. So just breathe. And as you breathe, try to generate feelings of love for yourself in your heart. Give yourself compassion. Nurture yourself. Give yourself the space to clear your mind by simply focusing on your breath. Maybe 2 more breaths here, yogi. And with infinite love and care, walk yourself up out, and let's just get that on the other side. So walk it over however you can. Elongate that spine. If you happen to be outside, you can look at that gorgeous sunlight
And then just collapse. And just breathe and just be. Reminding yourself that you are enough. You are a creation of love and light. Here in this present moment, you are safe and secure. And you are worthy of congratulations because you are taking the time to address your problems in a healthy way, to clear your mind instead of cluttering it, instead of numbing yourself with substances, so that whatever your circumstances are, you can face them with a clear head. Give me one more breath here, Yogi. Walk yourself up out of this one. Smile, it helps to relieve stress too, even if you don't feel like it. Take your block to the side. We're going to come into a pigeon. So just turn yourself around. You have options with your leg. You can take it more parallel like a half fire log, or keep it in more toward your hip. Choose the option that works for you. Take a nice deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, walk it down. If you want to rest your head on a block, you can, or on your arms. 3 to 5, 2 to 1 breaths. And I feel like I have been so blessed with the love and support of people in my life that we're able to continue this program. And I'm very passionate about it, and I want it to grow and build. But to do that, we need your help. So if you do find value in this content, please share it with others. Please subscribe and join our family. Hit the bell so that you get alerts of our new workout. We put out a couple of shows every single week. And if you want, you can support us on Patreon. You can find the gear we use on the show on the Omi and Sedona website and support us that way too. I have a lot of crazy goals, but all I know is this. All I really know is this. I don't know how to run a business or a nonprofit. All I really know is that this yoga has helped me. YouTube will help me share it with you guys for free. And the prevailing economic theory is that if it's valuable and you find value in it, then you'll support it. So if you can support it, if not, if your circumstances don't allow, trust me, I get that. No worries, we will always be bringing this to you for free. It's my way to give back for all the blessings I've been given. And let's take this up to a plank, just very briefly, just enough to swap legs. Bring this other leg around. Lift yourself up tall first, kind of wiggle around, get that foot the way you want it, get it just right, and then take it down for those 2 to 1 breaths. And to all of you beautiful subscribers who have subscribed already, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough or give you enough love. Like I said, when we started this, my partner and I was in the worst time of my life. And I kind of was afraid that I would be embarrassing myself on the internet for all time, but
that's the good thing about adversity. After you've gone through certain things and had to do certain things in life, the thought of embarrassing yourself just doesn't really bother you as much anymore. But, we didn't know if we'd get a single subscriber, and you guys have been wonderful. We've reached several milestones. We recently reached the milestone where we were accepted into the partner program, so thank you 1,000 times, thank you. And my biggest dream, like I said, is to make this a healing community, a safe place where we can come and share our tips. So please contribute to the comments, help us grow that way. Share what you do to relieve anxiety and stress. And let's gently walk it up out of this one. Let's come around to sit. We're going to throw in a forward fold, go down for a few supine stretches, and call it a day. So, lift up nice and straight and tall. Make an L shape with your body. And as you exhale, collapse. You can grab the outside of the feet if you want, but again, your objective in these anti-anxiety workouts is focusing on your breath, putting yourself in the present moment, anchoring yourself where you are, nurturing yourself where you are, healing your body and mind. One more breath here, yogi. And let's counter this quick before we lay down. Bend your knees, place your hands behind you, lift up to a tabletop, face to the sky, but don't let your head dangle, don't let it drop. And release it down. Give yourself plenty of room to lay down. Hold on behind your thighs. Roll it on back. Let's reconnect with our breath body movement with some dynamic slow bridges. So bring your fingertips to touch your heels. And then inhale up for that 4 count to bridge. A little pause at the top. Remember, we're doing our 2 to 1 breathing. So that nice slow 8 count coming back down. And certain herbs can help with anxiety. If you are going to try herbal supplements, if you're able to, and I know that is not always possible, unfortunately, in the United States, but if you are able to, please check with your doctor, especially if you're taking other meds, because all medicine does come from nature originally. But then you have to think about it. If it all comes from nature, it can all interact. It works, but it can interfere with other drugs. So be safe. Do your research. Check with your doctor if you can. I know some of the herbs I use every day. I use passion flower, chamomile, lavender, and valerian. I also use adaptogens that help your body deal with oxidative stress. Ashwagandha is a very good one.
Also certain mushrooms like cordyceps. Let's just do one more dynamic bridge here, folks. And take it on down. And 2 final supine twists to close our practice. Extend your left leg. Bring your left knee into the chest. Give it a hug of love. And then bring it to a 90-degree angle as your other arm comes out. Cross it over your body. And give me a supine twist. Still focusing on that 2 to 1 breath. One more breath here, beautiful. Come on back, roll onto your back, and then extend that right leg. Left knee 90 degrees, left arm out. Cross it over, supine twist. Your breath is everything, yogi. Repeat your comforting affirmations as you breathe. Here in this present moment, I am safe. Here in this present moment, I am secure. Here in this present moment, I am loved. And with that, beautiful yogi, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a giant hug. Thank yourself and congratulate yourself for easing stress, easing that biochemical storm the natural, healthy way. Fall into your final resting pose. Take 5 minutes to breathe, smile, absorb the effects of your practice. Thank you for joining us, and namaste.